Hello. Just explaining a chest routine that I did 8/9/2024. So it was a while ago. I am behind in editing these videos, so I apologize for that. So this was a pretty straightforward routine, minus the way I did something, which was I had done a bench press, but instead of in my hand, I did it on my knuckles. Um, and the reason for that is it's just something different. I kind of use that to try to strengthen my knuckles and to strengthen my grip. If you don't keep your hand tight, it collapses your hand, obviously, and you would drop the weight. So when you're doing this, you definitely want to have the safety pins set. And I don't recommend you do this unless you've practiced it with the bar. And to be honest, I don't recommend you do it at all. Like I said, it's just something, kind of an experiment I was doing to see if it toughened up my knuckles. And it did, but I do feel like I hit a wall pretty quickly. And I haven't done it for quite some time, so I need to get back to it to test it out some more. And kind of, I think what I'll do is not really focus so much on, I think the rep range of 12 reps is a little high, so I might lower that. Because after a while, I think on the lighter sets it's okay, of course, but once you start adding a weight, it does kind of tear up your fingers a little bit. So I think the key is just finding a good rep range there, as with pretty much every exercise. But like I said, I haven't done this movement for quite some time now, so probably just have to start back at square one. I have still been training chest, obviously, but just not with this particular movement. So as I said before, I don't recommend you do this movement unless you're looking to toughen up your knuckles in kind of a different way. I do set it between my middle finger and ring finger. That's where I set it, so it's kind of in the middle, so that it's balanced more. But yeah, that's kind of why I did that. Not really like a too in-depth reason for doing it. Just kind of a curiosity thing to see, hey, is this possible? And it is possible, but it does seem to hurt quite a bit. So. But it will toughen your fingers up, that's for sure. So if you're looking to do that, it would do that. So the next movement I did was just a overhand power twister. Nothing too crazy. Looks like I worked up to a 4 rep max and then did a down set. So 5 total sets. And these power twisters, I did get these off of Amazon. So if you're interested in these, I recommend researching the brands. And if you are interested, I can make a video on them and help you out, maybe deciding different brands. I don't know a lot about them, but I do know a little bit. And each one kind of has a different type steel. So although you could be using a 50 kg, if you're using it like a different steel, it's going to be harder depending on the steel that is used in the spring. So it can be tough kind of deciding which ones to get. But you can't go wrong starting a little bit light, and then you just go from there. So I do have, I think, 3 different types. I have a gold, an orange, I think it's orange, it could be red, and then the black. So each one it's a different steel. So I have a gray one too. So I have 4. Okay, so the gray ones are pretty tough, but they're different than the yellow ones. And then of course the red or the orange is also different. So definitely research these before you buy them. You definitely don't want to get stuck with one that you can't do. So if you've never bought one before, I just recommend starting with the lighter ones, and then you can gauge from there. And then the last movement I did was a gymnast ring fly. These were standing, and what I did was just change the setting so that the height was different on the ring, and then just went from there. And just kind of focus on getting that slight stretch, not too much of a stretch. especially if you've never done these, I would recommend not stretching too much. Um, you just kind of feel a slight stretch and then go, just like a normal fly. You don't want to overstretch it. Um, but yeah, nothing too crazy. Worked up to 6 reps on, I think, the toughest setting for me, anyways. And then did a down set. So pretty straightforward. Just looks like 3 movements, and that was it. So I think it was maybe an hour, 2 hours, somewhere in there, hour and a half. I don't think it was too long of a session. So hopefully this helps explain things a little bit. If it doesn't, I apologize. You can always leave a question, comment, or tip down below, and I'd appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day.